If you ask some of the players and coaches at 12 Bridges High School in Lincoln who was due for a breakout season, many would answer with junior linebacker Chase Wyhlidko.
I brought up Chase when he was a freshman. He was playing freshman football. Obviously he was running the ball really well. He was a great defensive player.
I mean, he has really become the leader on defense in so many different ways.
I mean, I get so much adrenaline. Like, it's very rare I get to bed, before, midnight. Overall, I try and stay locked in, try not to use all my energy before the game, trying to jumping around, just staying in the mode, so just listen to music and kind of prepare myself for the game.
To see where he started and where he's at has been pretty amazing.
But there's far more to Chase Wyhlidko than just being a breakout football player.
Chase is super talented, and I don't think he even realized the other side of what he could become, what impact he is going to have on someone someday. There's going to be a time in his life that he's going to make a connection with somebody, and someone's going to go through something, and he's going to be able to say, "Hey, sit down. Let me tell you a story."
Chase's story hit a major plot twist on October 18th, 2022. But it begins with his relationship with his mother.
Couldn't ask for a better mom. But it got rough. It got very rough for her. I mean, just all the mental, she was in a really deep trench of her life. She would never ask for any sort of help. She was very independent. She didn't want anything from anybody. She was just kind of do it herself. And I think that, to get out of that trench, she just needed a pull, and she didn't want that pull.
Those trenches got so deep with mental health issues that Chase's mother did the unthinkable just a few weeks into his freshman football season.
She ended up taking her life in her car, just overdosed. She ended up sending me an email, a timed email. By the time I saw it, she had already been passed away. And she's like, I've been, feeling, don't blame yourselves for any of this. I've been feeling this pain for a long time, and it's time for me to let go. And it's been a while since I've looked at the email, but.
The 12 Bridges coaching staff knew that Chase needed a healthy outlet, hoping that football could be the answer.
It kind of started in, a text message, and he's like, hey, coach, I'm kind of struggling with some things, and he said that his mom passed away. When he told me in the manner that he lost his mother, that was really hard for me to hear, because to lose a parent is I can't fathom what that is.
My own situation where I lost a brother when he was 28 years old, and having gone through stuff myself. Unfortunately, misery loves company, and in this case, I think kind of understanding what a kid's going through, not totally. Because if I were his age and I unfortunately lost my mom, I don't know how I would have responded. I don't know how I would have acted.
I've coached long enough now to knowing that some kids they need football. I can't lose this kid to something, right? And it's one of those, I always feel that sports it played a really huge part in my life. So for a while, I said, I'm coming to your house tomorrow, and you're coming to practice. And we'll discuss whether you want to play later. We need you out here. You need to be out here.
We always say this: if you can step foot on that football field and you can leave all the world's problems behind for the next 2.5 hours, then life's at least good for those 2.5 hours, and then we'll deal with the other elements as they come.
2 years later, Chase still has football to help him navigate his loss. And despite the manner in which his mother died, Chase still looks at her in a loving light.
Football was definitely a huge outlet for me to just get rid of just this pain and do something with it. I try and treat most plays as hard as it is sometimes, as it's my last play. It's just and I think that's helped me out a lot.
This scar that's left behind from his mother's passing, I do think he's the type of kid that's going to turn it into something that he can use down the line to help people, because that's who he is.
Every year we see he still brings up his mom in a very positive way. I know he misses his mom, and hopefully he can kind of use this situation and kind of the struggles that he went through, and that he could be that person for whoever that is, whether it's here or when he's off in college or down the road. So I think where he's at now is unbelievable.
In every bad situation, no matter how bad it is, there is some good in it. every game since it happened, I take a knee and I pray to her. I pray to God. And as much as it's, caused, things in my life that, nobody wants, still love her to death. Everything I do is for her. Every play I make, every rep in the weight room, just doing it for her.
From 12 Bridges High School, I'm Nick Pecoraro, and this is Premier Preps.